You wanted it, you're getting it. Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here with the best deck ever created by Konami. It's Subterror, featuring Zexal. A lot of you people have asked about this deck and wanted me to feature it. And yeah, here's the video. Truth of the matter is I don't think this is good. Let's just straight off go into that. I don't think this deck is any good. I don't think Numeron is good. I think Subterror is good, but I just don't think that the Numeron engine is really good, and I will explain why later. If you really want to play Subterror, this is definitely a good way to play it. Unfortunately, this meta, Subterror really has a difficult time going, because if you're going second against Emancipator, you're not going to do anything, and if you're going to go first or second against Outlick, you're not going to do anything as well. So the Zexal engine doesn't fix any of that problems. The Zexal engine does fix some problems of the Subterror deck. So let's just first go into the deck profile, and after that we'll have some minor discussion about the who's and whys. So to start off, for the monster cards, we are playing Triple Guru, the best card in the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Playing Triple Subterror Venus. Playing the Archer. Now I really like to play the Humostrix still. I still think it's important, because basically it's a Subterror deck featuring the Numeron cards. And I wanted to make the Numeron cards as small as possible, but still rely on a Subterror deck. Because if you're not drawing Field Spell or Wall, that we are playing 3 of as well, you're not gonna see Numeron cards. So then you still need the Subterror cards to play. And there are no cards really to add. There are no cards to switch this for really. You can play a smaller Subterror engine, but the Numeron engine really doesn't take up that much space anyway, so you can just play the normal Subterror deck, some cards cut. So, it's kind of weird. But you can still play this. A 3-wall, of course. Now, the only hand trap that I am maining is Ash. I could up the hand traps, definitely. Before this, I was playing Gamma, which is kind of necessary in a Numeron deck. But it was just so terrible that I just had to cut it. The Gamma does, because if you have a Gamma and a network, you're good. If you have a Gamma and a city, and you're just playing a dead card. And there were just too many times that I only had a city and a Gamma, so I didn't think Gamma is good for this deck. And for the spells, the best Subterror card is Triple Pot of Extravagance. Then we play Triple Hidden City. Then we play Triple Numeron Network. Play Double Calling. I have played this card at 1 for a bit, but that just was not good enough. I really dislike this, but we'll talk about that later. Play Triple Call by the Grave to protect the Calling, the Zexal. Play Double Cyclone because we had 2 spots left. It's the boy. It's the best card in the deck. Cave Clash is still in here. And the Terraforming. And for the trap cards, we were mostly playing just really the best Subterror card in the game. Another good Subterror card. Glare. And another good Subterror card. This is really to protect your Zexal. This is going first. It's Subterror. It's Zexal. Of course it's going first. Some protection, stuff like this to play through fields. Possibly. Not really. It's a Subterror deck. What are you gonna do? I just cruise back on the channel. But, so for the extra deck, you should just play 3 Zexal. My third one is on its way for 3 weeks. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. That's it. That's the extra deck. There's nothing you want to play anyway. So let's go into the deck, the actual deck. Because a lot of people have just been super enthusiastic about Subterrors and Numeron. And I get why, because at first it seems broken. Because let me tell you, for those of you that do not know the interaction, you're fucking right. You have City, you have Network. This is your opening hand, 2 cards. Numeron Network and Numeron Calling require you not to have any monsters on the field, and once you resolve it, you can only normal summon normal or special summon once. So you make the Zexal, and then you stop. But do really note that Numeron Calling, the card that you are resolving, only restricts you to normal or special summoning, so not to setting. So what you can do is you can network, send the calling, summon this exo. Then you cannot summon for the rest of the turn. But if you are a good player, you will remember that a set is not a summon. So you can still set cards, still use the effect, search out your Venus, and you have your protection for this exo. If you have Venus, you can add Final Battle. If you have Guru, you can add Venus. You can pretty versatilely play with this card. So on paper, this is insane. This is the most broken shit ever. And that's just facts. Honestly, that's just so good. You have your Zexal and it's gonna always resolve. That's the truth. What is it gonna stop? Impermanence? You can just Venus that. What? And even then, if your network gets ogred, you still have your city. So this sounds like one of the best decks ever, right? But there are some small problems. While we are playing Triple Gate, we are playing Triple Network, we are playing Terraforming. These are 7 different copies of Numeron Network that we can draw, and we also play Extravagance to draw into them. You do not always have this card, which sucks. Then there's the additional problem that in order to really use Subterror cards, you need to have Hidden City. So you need to have both of these cards to make your really good end board. And if you have the end board, then it's really, really good, but it's still not like Exodia. For example, I was playing this deck at locals because I thought this was the most broken stuff ever. And I went against an opponent, and I activated my network. He activated Ghost Ogre, I activated City, he activated Ash, and that was all I could do. Because the rest of my hand was a Venus, and a Final Battle, and my own Ash. So what did I do wrong there? Nothing. It can be stopped. So that's one of the problems. You need to see these cards, and you need to see both of them specifically to work. Then the other thing is, if you see network, but you're only drawing not Guru, but you're drawing Venus and Final Battle or maybe a Calling, then you're only playing Numeron, which is not really enough to win the game because everyone is siding and main decking it against Numeron. And then there's the other side where you can only see Hidden City, but you're drawing your Callings, which is a huge brick, and Subterror needs all the advantage they can get. So that's also not really good. So my verdict basically is that while on paper it seems really, really good, in practice it's kind of lacking. If you have got God Hands at your local for 4 rounds, then yeah, you want the local. But if you have not so good hands and your local is well prepared for this deck, which honestly people should just main deck Ogre at this point, which is good against Hidden City and Network, then you're gonna have a really bad time, which is exactly what happened to me. I think I went 2-2 with the deck, then the day afterwards I played it again and I still didn't do really good. What I do know is that my friend over at Card Guild, Rico, has proven to be really good with the deck. But even when I was discussing the deck with him last Thursday, he also said it just was not that good. There were just so many anti-synergies. You are swapping out, that's 8 cards. That could be other cards to help your Subterror deck with. And then you still have the issue you're not seeing City, but that's the issue Guru already had. That's the issue that's not being solved with these cards. So Subterror has always been a good deck. But it had flaws. Let's be realistic here. You need to see your Guru and your City. If you're not seeing City, you're gonna have a really bad time. I'm not saying you can't win, but I'm saying you're having a bad time. This does not fix any of that problems. What this fixes is you can kill your opponent now if they don't have the right interruptions, which is really, really good for the deck because that's what it needed as well. You have a go second option through this, but this is your only go second option and you can easily stop this with anything. So how much is that worth? Every time I played this deck and I saw these cards, I honestly thought it was really, really bad and I really wished that I didn't see them. And every time I saw a City or Guru Venus, I actually legitimately like got happy because it was good. And like, in my opinion, this pile of cards is just better than these. Like, honestly, if you want to play Subterrors right now, definitely give this a chance, because this is a lot of fun. Like, if you have the package, it's not expensive. You can just buy it. It's really fun. It's cool. You can OTK real cute, and you can play your guru, whatever. But honestly, I think that this deck, this format, really still has a chance on its own, and I don't think this is the answer to make it better. So yeah, that's kind of the video that I had. Like, if you have more success with this deck than me, then be sure to comment down and leave a comment in the description below and tell me that I'm trash and that the deck is the best deck ever and that you always beat Emancipator 2-0 at your locals. And I'll go cry in a corner that every time I wanted to resolve anything, it got Ogred or Gamut. So yeah, what are your thoughts on the deck? That's my opinion. It's an okay. It's like a really hard okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst. It's like just rogue, I guess. If you're at a rogue local, you're gonna win, and if you're at a good local, it's gonna be tough. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.